All right, this morning was a bit of chaos, but we're here and
new shoes. Finally got to pick a color.
Henry's very excited because he had the discount color for the whole rest of the trail that he really hated.
Lizard
so
color.
He's very excited about these.
They're works of art. Well, found myself up here with the Buckle Buster, and we're doing a side trip up some peak. A lot harder in a full backpack, but great views. Psych. Actual peak is over there. Hello. Rainier hiding, pretending to be a cloud. You're not a cloud. All right, don't go that way. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. We don't even know which one's the true summit.
This is Mirror Lake. It's very beautiful. There's some people swimming over there. All right, today we have come across our first bear grass of the trip. There were some other flowers that were much smaller and white and kind of puffy looking, but I don't think they were actually bear grass as far as I can tell, but I'm pretty sure this is, and it's pretty. It's nice. I don't know if Henry has already filmed about this, but so this morning was like, chaotic. We hadn't had a zero in like 2 weeks, and so there was like a lot of stuff to catch up on. We haven't had good internet for like a couple weeks, so it was just like a very busy. We had to our friend picked us up, and then we had to get to REI, and it was like the flagship store, which was great for a lot of things, but it also was 3 stories, and we're running up and down and all over the place. Anyway, the good news is Henry didn't have to get a new pack, because we thought he was going to have to get a new pack, even though he didn't really want any of the packs there specifically. And in fact, there is a pack that he wants for some neck issues that he's been having that they don't sell there. So it would be a shame to buy a different pack. But his buckles are sewn into the backpack. I guess we showed this yesterday probably. I haven't looked at those videos. But anyway, it was great because we could just get this replacement buckle, which is so much better. But anyway, so yeah, yesterday was pure chaos of just figuring out resupply and meaning for the next for the rest of Washington and for Oregon, planning boxes and stuff, and just all the things you do. But it was really nice to be able to stay at a friend's house. And then this morning, a different friend, Henry has a lot of friends that live in Seattle, came and picked us up and drove us to Snoqualmie Pass. We were still working on stuff in the car. And then he has been hiking with us today. We stopped for lunch, which was great. Found a nice little spot, mosquito free, which is awesome because the mosquitoes have been getting kind of bad in the last few days. But excuse me. Anyway, yeah, then we were leaving lunch, and at some point our friend who's hiking with us, that's the Buckle Buster that Henry's referred to previously, has to turn around. But anyway, they decided he was thinking about trying to bag a side peak. And so I just told Henry to go ahead and I'll meet him at camp. So I don't know what they're doing. They weren't exactly sure what they were going to do, but yeah, we know where we're going to camp, and I have the tent, so I'll just set it up when I get there, and yeah, it'll be good. So anyway, I'm just trekking along here. Unfortunately, I got a really bad blister. It's really, usually you hike, once you tend to it, it's it hurts pretty bad for the first, 5 to 20 minutes of hiking, and then it kind of gets better. Gosh, this one is just really persistent. It's it's almost on the top of my toe, not on the top, but it's right next to the nail bed. It's really painful. So I'm kind of bummed out about that because, yeah, it's just not fun. But, yeah, other than that, it's been a good hike. We're just trying to do 16 miles today. We didn't want to be too ambitious since we knew we weren't going to be starting until closer to lunchtime. So anyway, that's about all. Just wanted to give a little update And yeah, our next stop will be White Pass.
All right, we swam out to that rock where that kid is now. Swam over to those underwater rocks. And that's Tinkham or something. Some part of Tinkham where we were. We've seen our first bear grass today. She's a beaut. They are beautiful. So, the Buckle Buster and I left the trail, 266.5 southbound miles, and Pamela took the PCT around the Mirror Lake, the proper route, and we bushwhacked, well, turned into, we found a little trail, up Tinkham Peak, the false summit, according to Gaia, and then across the ridge to that peak there you see now, and then down the other side into Mirror Lake. Then we went for a swim. Then the Buckle Buster and I had our Washington goodbye. He's moving to Alaska before I'll see him next. And it was a really enjoyable day. I hope Pamela also had a good day.
Just came from there out of the woods into these very cute teenage pine trees. You know how I love trees of different ages. And this view, it's really spectacular. It's not, you know, like the big rocky snowy cliffs we've been seeing, but it's just covered with pine trees, and I think it's really nice. I'm a fan. Also, just want to say, for all the recent days that I've had like rough trail and like, gosh, the day we got into Snoqualmie, I thought that was going to be, or I had hoped that would be a faster day, but that trail was just like really rocky and rough and everything. The last several miles have been lovely. You go up a little, you go down a little, you go up a little, you go down a little. The ground's pretty smooth and there's not tons of rocks and roots, and makes for some real smooth hiking. It's exciting. Also, just wanted to document, can't remember if I made a video about Henry's earlier, but I wasn't sure about this shoe color, but I'm digging it. It's always nice to have new shoes, and we try to replace them about every 500 miles-ish, and yeah, these are awesome in terms of just, it's always good, like I said, but I like the color more than I thought I would, and we ordered some more shoes actually yesterday, and I got a different color, and yeah, it's fun that they have so many. I love them. Oh my gosh, guys, our campsite is just like a field of these little pine trees. They're so cute, and I love the ones with like the squiggly trunks. They're so cute. All right, I gotta get the tent set up. Y'all, I forgot we got 2 shiny new groundhogs. We actually never had a groundhog. We had the groundhog minis, and then we had other ones that were very similar, but they weren't technically groundhogs. So this is an exciting time. Fresh new steaks.
All right, I found a strip of what looks to be sour candy on the trail that's not covered in ants. That was delicious.
All right, the sun is pouring in here as it sets. It's very nice. I got the tent all set up. It's not the best pitch of all time. You can see that big wrinkle there, but it's not too bad. And it's a bit of a tight spot. And you can see there's a lot of room over there, but it was more slanty. And also the main reason I did this is because I forgot the ground cloth. It wasn't in the bag. Henry often has it in his backpack because it gets dirty and stuff, and it's in my dry bag, and anyway, it's a whole thing. So didn't have that. And I know, you know, some people, or a lot of people, probably don't even use a ground cloth with the Z-Packs, but we choose to for a variety of reasons. We just use the little polycro, and it just basically keeps the bottom of the tent from getting dirty, which is really nice. Anyway, so I just thought that this being protected by trees tends to get less like dew in the morning, and I thought it would decrease the chance that we wake up and it's really muddy and our tent's really dirty. But who knows? I mean, you can kind of like thinks we're all these things, and sometimes you're just wrong. So I don't know. Also, look at this tree. I feel like this is something Henry would really appreciate. It's something he will appreciate when he gets here. It's pretty weird. Really interesting shape.
All right, this is a wonderful spot. It has an old road, which I love. Maybe an old turnaround spot. Tiny pine trees, which Pamela loves. And Pamela this time, while I was off on my peak bagging adventure, set up the tent in a really cute way. Unfortunately, I forgot I had the ground cloth, so we're going without tonight. Look what Pamela's done with the place. How's your food?
It's delicious. It's my leftover pad thai from dinner last night.
Yeah,
Amazing.
truly.
So I went back.
I have hauled this cider that we found in the hiker box up the mountain for my dinner. Very excited.
Guys, I was just eating some Nutella. I just opened this thing, and I commented to Henry, I was like, wow, this Nutella's like really full. It was like filled to the brim. And I was eating some of it, and then there was this giant air bubble that just came out, and now it looks like I've eaten like a third of the jar. And it's really upsetting because I haven't. And also, why was there a giant air bubble? I was so excited that there was so much Nutella, and now I'm sad that there isn't.
You didn't even like Nutella until recently.
I know how times have changed.
All right, I went on a sunset hunt. And it's so beautiful. Kind of hard to get to a really good vantage point, but man, it's my favorite color.